Well, while the very intrusive automatic updates take over the computer, let me go ahead and go over a few things with you right quick when it comes to the pottery stash. I can't believe I went through every single piece in my collection this past weekend. Beautiful right here. But these are the better shards. These are the more artistic, architectural, geometric shards in the stash. Out of all those shards, these are the best ones. Well, in my book, that is. The ones with the more intricate, more interesting designs on them. Look at this collection. It's only 32 pieces though. 32 right here. Most of them are different. One or two might have the same design as another one. But look at these things right here. Hold on one second. Let me turn on a flashlight real quick so we can get a better look at these things. There we go. That's a whole lot better than the lamp itself. But yep, you're looking at it. 32 of the best pieces after going through every single piece in the collection. Dang. Talk about some magnificent looking history right here. I don't know if I'll just go ahead and collect these pieces and take the rest of them back out there. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet though. I have no idea. But there's a lot of interesting designs in these things right here. The knowledge that they had when it came to art and geometry. Why were they so modern back then, but yet so ancient? That's one thing I gotta try to figure out. Why were they so modern back then? Very modern for their time. Ahead of their time, really. Let me go ahead and give you a close-up on all these things. I won't talk too much about them. Half of them look like sneaker imprints for real. So much better like this though. Is that famous eye? You can barely see this one with the light. Yeah, dang. This is the weirdest one of the bunch, I think. It's made of a very strange material. Almost like it's made of pumice or something. It's the bottom of a bowl. I mean the side of a bowl, my bad. Very shallow. Masterpiece. In every single piece. You can barely see this one. It was better when it was wet. But this one right here has got something to it. I don't know though. Gotta take a better look at this one. Gotta take a better look at all of them. Look at the sneaker sole imprint. Beautiful. So amateur, it's perfect. Nothing but a bunch of X's and triangles. Go figure. Man. It's almost like you can make jewelry out of this stuff. Sell it for a few $100s. But I will never do such a thing. Never will. Yeah, but this piece probably came from the same bowl as this. I can see the same architecture and design within it, the same geometries. Probably the best piece in the collection right here. Well, maybe the second or third best. We still have a long way to go to find the truth. Looked better when it was wet. Perfect. Talk about craftsmanship. Maybe the flashlight is reflecting too much off the pieces. Can't really see that geometries. Some of these have some kind of designs that you will never believe. It's like a plus sign. X marks the spot in the middle of a circle. Can barely see it. Talk about futuristic. Talk about extremely modern. Imagine going backwards with your designs these days. Everything is fashioned after what they created a long time ago. Carried into the future. But you have to find the puzzle pieces first to do it. My style for real. Worth everything to me. I don't know about you. Wish it wasn't so rubbed off. Where's that one I was looking for? It's got the circle and the cross inside of it. Kind of. Can barely see it. Nice collection nonetheless. Here's the piece I was talking about. Look at this thing right here. It's got a nice design on it, but it's not the design I'm really looking at. It's the construction of it. It's real porous. It's almost like it's pumice or something. Lightest piece in the collection. One of the thinnest pieces in the collection. Cool. That's a nice piece though. But they're all nice pieces. Every last one of them. Still looking for the one that has the forest scene, or, you know, designs of real people in it or something like that. The outlines of people. Maybe a lost language or something. Who knows? Gotta cherish it for life. Well, the rest of my life, that is. Yeah. Cool. Still got a long way to go, waiting for the computer to do its thing as I continue on with making more movies that I'm so far behind in. Let me go ahead and go over it a little bit that I have here in a minute. Let me go ahead and set it up. These are the anomalies. Well, this is it right here. All the anomalies out of all those pieces. These are all the anomalies. The strange pieces that I don't understand. The ones that hold different kinds of secrets and all. Kind of the stuff that we're always looking for. The stuff that stands out that we don't recognize. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. Every single one of these pieces has those different kind of details in them. I know they look very insignificant, but once you look closer, you'll start to notice something. Yeah. Cool. Don't even know where to start. Let's start with this very insignificant looking piece right here. Looks quite modern, to be honest with you. Might be too good to be true. Looks like the top of a cup or something. Don't know if it's from the ancient times. Could just be from the late 1700s. But look at that perfect lip on it though. It's got one of those same marks that we always find. Right there. Can barely see it. Dang, can't get too close. Same makeup, same consistency of most of all the other stuff that we come across out there. Dang. Don't know about this one though. That's why I put it in the anomaly questionable stash. Along with all the other ones. But these are more authentic and more something about these things though. Yeah, especially this thing here. Looks like the kids were making musical notes back in 1303. Something about this piece of pottery though. It doesn't match up with any kind of design concept for a pot or something. Looks like it's been fashioned by the hands of mankind, though, for sure, though. Look at that. It's like they made a musical note. Like that one. Definitely like that one. Yeah. Got this one here. The only reason I pulled this into this kind of pile is because it's got some kind of concrete or something on the inside. Some kind of soil that has been adhering to the inside of it. But it's got to be a piece of a pot. Got to be. Could be wrong though. Yeah, the stuff inside of it's kind of rusted. Yeah, don't know if that's going to be an authentic piece or not. That's the only reason I put those two pieces in here. But everything else, dang, they let you see the inside of this one. It's got some kind of efflorescence going on right there. It's got some white powder. Probably when the natural material started burning, being toasted on the inside. It's nothing but a cold joint on this one. Just flaked off. It's in two different layers though. There's the design on the front. This is a very old piece. You can tell it's a very old piece. But that white material, white substance right there. Dang. Could be 967 years old. Cool. And then I'll just go over the pieces up here at the top. These are the heavier, more, solid pieces right here. I guess you can mark this down as solid concrete. Part of a bowl. An ancient bowl. Large container at that. Solid concrete, just about. Probably used for carrying water, liquid, corn, whatever. It's got a design on it too, a brushstroke. It's almost like they took pine needles and just rubbed them across it. Can barely make it out. This piece weighs a ton right here. One of the lighter pieces that I've ever collected. No color in it, just a solid gray color. It's a pretty color though. It's got all the white specks inside of it. This is not much of an anomaly, it's just the lightest piece I've ever laid my hands on. Talk about a piece of concrete. They made them sturdy back then. It's got a little design on it too. Can barely make it out. Another brush design, whatever it is. Same thing with this. Solid as concrete. I wish it was the full intact piece. Only reason these are anomalies kind of is just because of the construction of them, on how strong they are. In some cases, this might be well over 1,500 years old on this one. It's even got the voids where the plant matter decayed away or burned away in the firing process. Ancient. But they had something right here. I don't know if that was... I don't know what that is. Looks like a drilled hole though. Cool. Ancient. Who knows? It could be 3,000 years old. Yeah, but this right here is probably the second or the oldest one in my collection. Probably well over 3,000 years old on this one. Probably when they first started making pottery. Gotta be a very early example. It's almost like you can still see the plant matter in it. Perfect piece right here. I know it's broken, it's shattered. I didn't do much cleaning on this one, not at all. It's weird though, it's like melted plastic though. But it's definitely not melted plastic. It's almost like they used to burn something in here. I think I see the ash still left on it from maybe a few thousand years ago. Gotta be one of the oldest examples existing today. I don't know. Pretty light. Construction's pretty nice though. But this side, dang. Cool. Sorry about the boring video. Another concrete piece right here. Weighs a ton. Two-toned. No design on it. Pretty dang thick. Could be well over 2,000 years old on this. Could be 1,100. But dang. Gets even better. Now these three pieces. One of these has my name in it. We already went through that before. There it is. Well, the brightness of the flashlight kind of ruins it though. You talk about a very early example on this. Perfect example of early pottery making, probably 5,000 years ago. It's almost like you can still see the plant matter. Got to be careful with these. Didn't even have these collected with the other ones though. Look at that. I don't know if that's them rotting or what. Or if that's just the voids from the plant material. Gotta be the voids from the plant material. But all together it looks like a bunch of writing, don't you think? They used to burn something in this one. It's all black on the inside. I don't think I scrubbed these at all. They're too fragile. Now these pieces here, of course, you know, like the little game tokens, that kind of thing. That's what I think these things are. Yeah. Cool. And then these pieces here, they all might have fingernail impressions in them. There's about 6 pieces here. Maybe 7. That it looks like they have fingernail impressions in them. Trying to zoom in a little bit closer. Just like that. But the other ones get even better. Where's the one inside this one now? Forgot where it was. I thought I just had it though. So I put it over here. There it is. Right there. That mark right there. Sorry about the amateur video without the microscope on these things. Yeah, might have some nail slippage on this. Right size, right depth. It's got design on the inside too. Thought this was a floor tile. Until they showed me the light. Yeah, there's a nail impression right there. A little tiny one, you can barely see it. Probably placed there back about 987 years ago. Something about that though. Here's another one right there. Cool. Kind of a design on most of these things, but this one, talk about unique. Probably one of the last pieces I looked at. It's top of a bowl, top of a dish, whatever. But then I think what I saw is 3 nail impressions, like they were holding it. And there's finger impressions too right here. There's 3 of them. There's 1. There's 2. You can barely see the second and third one. There's 3. Here's the second one in the center. Here's the main one. It's almost as if they were holding it with 3 fingers, like that. But you talk about the skill of their hands. It's almost like little kids or something making these things. But you know, they only lived to be about 35 years old back then, maybe 40. You were lucky to live past 50, I think. But whoever made this, and if they are nail impressions, all in a row right here, they had some tiny hands. Probably had the babies making them. Yeah, here's another one. Ancient, top of a dish that I know of. It's got the perfect fine line. This one's kind of strange, no nail impressions or anything like that. Just two-toned on it. Like an Oreo cracker or something like that. S'mores. Yeah, look at that. Dang. Two-toned. It's almost like it was burned on the inside. That could be the rational explanation. I don't know though. But to me it looks like they used 2 different kinds of pottery. 2 different kinds of soil. Almost like you can eat it. Oh yeah, one of the best pieces right here. You'll never even see it. You'll never see it. That's what I always talk about in my videos now these days. The all-seeing eye. The flower of life petal. I don't know if they'll pick it up though. It's in the center of the screen. You can kind of make it out a little bit. There's the bottom, there's the top. See that eye a mile away. Oh, it gets better the further I zoom out. See it now? Bam. I'm going to put that down and see if I can zoom in on it. It's almost like it's only visible at a certain distance. Let me take a reference picture. I always see that all-seeing eye. Got that gift for something. Don't know what I did though. Let me put this one to the side. Cool. This one's been burned like crazy. I guess they burned something like crazy on the inside of it. Look at the ash still left inside this. Probably, I don't know. Could be more than 1,000 years. Could be more than 3,000 years. But this thing still has ash on the inside. Ancient ash. For some reason, I recognize it like it's nothing. Can recognize this any day of the week. For some reason. Could be one of them a long time ago. Could have been one of them. Cool. I thought this was part of a figurine. It looks like a pot belly, like the belly button or something. And then there's somebody's stomach sticking out. I guess the entire rest of the body's gone. But that's probably not the case. It's probably how they fired it. And it was the bottom of a bowl. Or something like that. That's the only rational explanation I can come up with. But I was definitely kind of hoping that this was some kind of front of a figurine or something. Front of the stomach. Cool. Look at it later. Now this piece here, don't go crapping on the toilet too fast. But I think there's a fingernail. Not a fingernail, but I think there's a fingerprint in this one here. I'm not really sure though. You can see some fine lines right there. Right in the center of the screen. Excuse my sinuses. They always interrupt the videos. Yeah, but there's a bunch of fine lines right here. I tried not to clean this piece, so it's kind of dirty. Yeah, but there's a bunch of fine lines all in a row that look exactly like a fingerprint. And that's exactly where they had to pinch it at the bottom. Still looking for the fingerprints, but I already know the truth. Because the consistency of these things and construction of them, it's going to be nearly impossible to leave a fingerprint. Period. Just want to see some kind of major handprint or something on a piece. But we're getting down to the wire. There's only about 2 or 3 pieces left, but these pieces right here. I don't know what they did on these. But there's some kind of veneer on the inside of these. And when you get them wet, it's almost like slick tile, like porcelain. But it's pottery. It's Native American pottery. It's a design on it. A little bit of a design you can barely make out with some lines and all. but on the inside it's got some kind of strange veneer. And as I was trying to wash them off, this one especially felt like glass. It's exactly what it felt like. As smooth as glass. I don't know what they did with these back then. How to get it like this. I don't know if that's ash, but I don't know. But there's definitely something going on the inside of these pieces right here. Probably some new technique that they came up with a long time ago nobody knows about. And we're just scratching the surface. Talk about scratching the surface. It's almost like night and day. Talk about a smooth surface on the inside. Yeah, same thing with this one here. This one's almost smoother than that one. Perfect. It's almost like they burned something so hardcore in these things that it just turned into a glass finish on the inside. That could be the case. If it is, I'm definitely alright with that. Cool. Last piece right here. Nothing much to this. Just ancient. Still kind of see some kind of plant material inside of it. Kind of. Where things used to be. Cool. Hopefully it wasn't too much of a waste of time. These are just the anomalies though. Out of all those sorts of pottery in my collection, these are some of the most interesting. Next to the ones with the designs on them. But I hope you enjoyed it though. I definitely did. I always will. Who knows what we're going to come across next time? It might be the real deal Holyfield. Might have everything in one single piece. But I don't know if I've already found it.